Hi guys, welcome to Real Star Tutorials, where you're built to be the best. My names are Oloruntoba Ezekiel, and today we'll be treating the topic Presidential System of Government. By the end of the class, I believe you should be able to know the meaning of presidential system of government, the types of countries that adopted the presidential system constitution, and the characteristics of presidential system of government. Okay, so now let's look at the meaning of presidential system of government. A presidential system of government is a single executive system whereby a man or woman is both the head of government and the head of state. Now, I'm sure you've heard about parliamentary system of government. Parliamentary system of government, on the contrary, is a system of government whereby the head of state is different from the head of government, where we have the president and the prime minister. The president is just a figurehead, is just a ceremonial head, while the prime minister is in charge of the government. But when we are talking about presidential system of government, the head of state is also the same as the head of government, and it is headed by a president, not a prime minister. Are you with me? Okay, so now in a presidential system of government, the president has the absolute power. You understand? He has the executive power to make decisions, to oversee the government, and to attend to emergency situations in the country. He is the head. He is the first person in government. You understand? So we have countries that adopted the presidential system constitutions. Countries like United States of America, Spain, Philippines, even Nigeria. Nigeria is practicing a presidential system of government. In 1960, the first leader of Nigeria after the independence was Sir Tafawa Balewa. He was the prime minister because by that time, Nigeria is practicing parliamentary system of government. But in 1963, when we became a republic, Sir Nnamdi Azikiwe was elected as the president. So we changed from parliamentary system to presidential system of government. So that is why we have Sir Nnamdi Azikiwe as the president, elected president then, not a prime minister. Now let's look at the characteristics of presidential system of government. Number one, we have all executive power is vested in the president. The president is in charge of all governmental agency and he is also the head of the armed forces. So when it comes to a situation whereby the situation needs a prompt decision, the president is there to make decisions, you understand? Because he is in charge of all executive situations. So, and number two, the system of checks and balances are pronounced. Now, we all know the three arms of government. We have the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. Now, there's something we call checks and balance. I'm sure you're familiar with that. Where the legislature can checkmate the judiciary, the executive, where they can checkmate each other, you understand? So now, they all have they all have what we call separation of power. They have their power. They have what they can do. They have how they can affect the government. So there's also what we call checks and balances. They can check each other's activities and see if they are doing things right or wrong. You understand? And also, the president and ministers are not members of the legislature. Don't forget, the president is the head of the executive arm. You understand? He is in the executive arm of government. So he is not a member of the legislature. The legislature are known for making of laws. You understand? So the president is not a member of the legislature, including his ministers. His ministers are not a member of the legislature. Do you get that? And number four, the president doesn't need to come from the party which has the majority in the legislature. If you check the legislature, you know, in Nigeria we have PDP, we have APC, we have APGA, we have Labour Party, and the likes. And this party, they dominated the legislative arm. You understand? If you look at the senators, they are from diverse political parties. So it doesn't really mean that the president must come from the majority party, you understand, in the Senate House, or you understand. It doesn't mean. So it's not necessary the president comes from the majority party. Do you get that? Then number 5, the president can appoint some of his ministers outside the ruling party. It's allowed. He can decide that he wants to appoint ministers that are not even in his own party. It's allowed, you understand? That's because he can make the decision, you understand? He's the executive president, so he can make decisions. He can decide to take from his party. He can decide to take from other party, you understand? Then the last one, the president can be removed through impeachment. Now, if you look at it, even some weeks ago, you can see that President Buhari was told that he needs to check the security system of Nigeria. If not, he will be impeached. It's possible. The system, that's why we have checks and balances. I told you, the legislature can check the executive can check the judiciary, they can checkmate each other, you understand? So now, if the executive is not performing well, let's assume the president is not performing well, the legislature can check him, you understand, and impeach him if possible, if he is not doing the right thing. So we still have more characteristics of presidential system of government, but these are the major ones you need to know, you understand? So thank you very much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You are built to be the best.